Hello everyone. It is Friday, January 16th, 2026. Is everyone having a good Friday? I'm here again today to introduce a trending article from the archives. You know, I was trying to organize my digital files yesterday, and I found a folder named Plans for World Domination. Turns out it was just my old recipe collection for spicy curry. Talk about a letdown, right? Anyway, let's dive into today's topic. The title is Towards Realistic Synthetic Data for Automatic Transcription. The curl is Chaps Parks Indoor Caps call about 9,521. So, today we are talking about drums. Specifically, a technology called automatic transcription, or AT for short. This paper is tackling a really tricky problem in the world of music AI. Basically, current AI models are pretty good at listening to music and numbing down the notes, but they struggle specifically with drums. What to train an AI? You usually need pairs of data, the audio recording, and a corresponding MIDI file, which is like the digital sheet music. But finding large datasets where drummers are playing and the MIDI matches perfectly is super rare. It's like trying to find a matching sock in a dryer. It just disappears. So researchers had tried using synthetic data. They take MIDI files and use software to generate the drum sounds. But here's the catch. Those synthetic sounds often sound fake or low-padded. The AI gets used to use fake sounds. And when it tries to transcribe a real drummer, it gets confused because real drums have so much more nuance and acoustic variety. This gap between fake data and real life is called the domain gap. This paper introduces a really cool solution to fix this. Instead of using low software sounds, it created a massive library of one-shot drum samples. These are individual recordings of a single drum hit, like a snare or a kick. They gathered thousands of these from the internet. But here's the genius part. Labeling thousands of sounds by hand would take forever, right? So they used a semi-supervised method with a tool called Clap to automatically sort these sounds into 26 distinct categories. Then, they use these high-quality, diverse samples to generate new training music from MIDI files. This means the AI is training on data that sounds much more realistic. They even built a special mod, a setcoin assigned to C transformer, to listen to the audio and output the drum notes. When they tested it, it beat the previous state-of-the-art models on real drum recordings. Now you might be thinking, that sounds technical, but how does this help me? Well, let me give you 3 examples of how this technology applies to everyday life. First, let's talk about music education. Imagine you are learning to play the drums and you want to play along to your favorite song, but there's no sheet music available. With this technology, you could feed the song into the AI. It would instantly generate a perfect drum chart for you to read. It's like having a personal teacher who can transcribe any song in the world in seconds. Second, think about music production and remixing. Producers often want to replace the drum sounds in an old recording to make it sound modern. Normally, you have to manually align the new sounds, which is tedious. With this AI, you could extract the exact timing and velocity of the original drummer, and then swap the drum kit instantly. You could turn a vintage jazz recording into a modern hip-hop beat just by swapping the sound library, keeping the original groove. And this is for the gamers. Think about rhythm games. Creating levels for games where you tap to the beat takes a lot of manual effort to match the buttons to the drums. This technology could automatically generate game levels from any song in your library. You could upload your own playlist, and the game would create a custom drum challenge for you on the fly. So in summary, this paper is solving the problem of data scarcity by being smart about how we create synthetic trained data. You proves that if you give the AI better, more realistic ingredients, it cooks up a much better result. It's a huge step forward for anyone who loves rhythm and technology. Alright, that's it for today's deep dive. I hope you found it as fascinating as I did. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.